Question number 1, what does trance mean to you? That's a very good question. Trance is, for the starters, my first musical love that turned into the way of living. Trance, when presented properly and treated in with good fashion, is the best genre for me, of course. And trance let you lose yourself in a moment and forget about the world. The world is about to end and you're organizing the last ever party. With DJs, who would you book to play? Definitely Lost Lee, John W. Fleming, and maybe Paul Van Dyk, but I will have to ask Paul to play kinda set from 98 till 2003. That's the best Paul Van Dyk. So that's 3 names for me. What is your greatest fear? Pineapple on pizza, spiders, broccoli, and death. What is your earliest memory? Well, I was about 4 or 5 maybe, and I was driving with my dad to the tennis training, and I remember he was playing Oxygen from Jean-Michel Jarre on cassette tape. Do you remember those? Have you ever said I love you and not meant it? Oh yeah, many times, you know, when you are artists and the people like, yeah, I love you. It's like, yeah, I love you too. And thank you so much for coming. And doesn't mean I love you, you know, like romantic way. I'm just grateful you're here and you came to see me, you know. What is your guiltiest pleasure? Singing scooter tracks when I'm taking a shower. Mimicking H.P. Baxter, the man from the ice cream van, and Dave, who's on the train. What's your all-time favorite movie? My favorite worst movie I've ever seen is Pacific Rim. It's a guilty pleasure as well for me. And the best movie, my favorite, is The Shawshank Redemption. If you could change one thing about the world, what would you change? That's a difficult one. You know, just looking at the humanity history, I would say remove religion from our lives. What is the most important lesson life has taught you? Never let your ego let loose and never take anything for granted. In a film about your life, who would play you? Patrick Stewart, because computer. Earl Grey, hot. Because of this. And because he's one of my favorite actors. And absolutely gentleman. You're only allowed 1 alcoholic drink for the rest of your life. What do you choose? You know, I'm Polish, and many of you would think that would be vodka, but I would go with Japanese plum wine called umeshu. Best thing ever. If you were an animal, what would you be? Something that flies, but not pigeon. Not pigeon. Maybe eagle or, I don't know, hawk or whatever. Something up there. Which track from your back catalog best defines you and your sound? I've been always telling everyone that the track defines my sound and Mental Asylum sound. That would be my remix of Power Cut about Bowditch and Taylor. I think it was released 2013, end of 2013, as one of the first Mental Asylum releases, and that was till last year. And I would say that the track that defines me right now would be or Acid Rainmaker or Nightmare Fuel. And Nightmare Fuel is on my artist album and will be out early next year, so you can easily tell where I'm going with my music right now. When did you last cry and why? I think that was like not last year, maybe 2 years ago, and the reason was I wasn't strong enough. You know, some things that happen. And when you realize it's... If you weren't a DJ producer, what would you be? 100% train driver. I love it. What is your favorite country to travel in? Easy. I have two though. I have Argentina because it's Argentina, because it's food and wine and great people and weather is great and there's best crowd in the world. And the second one is Japan. I discovered Japan a couple of years ago when I was there for the first time, and I always try to, when I'm in Asia, I always try to fly to Japan for a couple of days, go to Akihabara and enjoying my geeky way of living. Top 3 trance tracks of all time. That's easy. Paul van Dyk for An Angel, Tiesto's Suburban Train, and Armin van Buuren Yet Another Day. What is one thing coming up in your schedule that you are most excited about? Well, during this crazy pandemic era, it's really hard to be excited about anything, to be honest with you. What you doing? You're doing Twitch streams every weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and that's it. But I have one cool thing I'm working on. It's the second edition of my album. Everything is reconnected. It'll be like updated 2.0 version of the album. So more info about that soon on Tranceportal. A final message for the dedicated trance fans on the Tranceportal. Thank you so much, guys, for having me. I hope you're good during this crazy time. I hope to see you again in the clubs and the venues and the festivals once this stuff is all over. We can dance together and have a good time. And thank you so much for having me. Oh, and my album is out. Everything's connected, so go check it out. It's available on vinyl. I've never had anything on vinyl before, so I made my dream come true by releasing this on vinyl by myself. So if you like the album, if you want to support me as an artist, just go to shop.indecentnoise.com and get the vinyl. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.